Hi, Stephen from Owner Disown, and I've got a third unboxing in a row for you. Yes, it's actually the LG Gram, the new one, and I've seen the previous generation in the store and I was amazed at how light they were, and as a frequent traveler I wanted to give it a spin. So there's actually three different models, as well as a 13-inch, 14-inch and a 15-inch, and I have the 15-inch here. Now, the previous generation didn't have Thunderbolt and had the webcam located in the hinge, looking up at your nose here. So the webcam's been moved up to the top of the display here, and the top of the line model, which I have here for $2,000 on the 15-inch, does have a Thunderbolt port. Now that's where it is confusing. The others do not. So just to pay attention to that. Even the other models on the 15-inch don't. So you've got to go for the one with 16 gigabytes of RAM, 1 terabyte hard drive, and it was just two 512 gigabyte SSDs there. So that's the one you need to get. And the model number ends in 9U1 if you want the Thunderbolt port. So the 13-inch models start at $1,100 up to $1,400, and the 14-inch models up to $1,150 to $1,550. Again, depending if you want the i5 or the i7. Now there's only one colour, they're all silver, so I think the same as last time. So in here we get the power cord. We get a dongle, USB-C to that's an Ethernet port to dongle. Okay, that's good. And we get of course, the rest of the power cable. It's a 65 watt power brick, and that is pretty small. So check its length. So you've plenty of cable to work with there, plenty, more than enough. And I do like it's pretty small. But of course, it's only got integrated graphics. This has the i7 is the 8550U, 15 watt part, 1.8 gigahertz up to 4.0 gigahertz. So we've tested this many times before, and I personally don't think there's that much difference between the i5 and the i7. So, but again, if you want the Thunderbolt port, this is where you've got to get to force you to do that. Oh god, that is freaking light! It's light as a book. And of course, inside you get the warranty information. You know, it's about the same weight as the box. That's amazing. It's got a bit of plastic at the bottom as well. So it's got plastic film on the top and the bottom. Perhaps to help stop it getting scratched. And you got the cloth in there. And there you've got it. You know, it's so, yep, so now they say the webcam was there at the base. They've moved it up to the top, which makes 100% sense. Now, the previous generation had a 60 watt hour battery. This has a 72 watt hour battery. And all the models have the same 72 watt hour battery. And this model says it should be around about 16.5 hours of battery, which we know they all lie there, so we'll test it. But, you know, we should see north of 10 hours, I would suspect. So that is pretty good. And, you know, even on the 13-inch, you get the same size battery. So that could be, you know, that would be great. Perhaps even towards 19, 20 hours, I don't know. But it's not that much difference in weight. The 13-inch weighs around about 2 pounds or 2.1 pounds. The 14-inch, 2.2 pounds. And this one, about 2.4 pounds. And seriously, it's, you know, it's amazing how they do it when you consider all the other laptops weigh so much more. But simply the material that's used is a nano carbon and magnesium. You know, but you know, it's I can't get over how light it is. It really am. So you do have a separate number pad, which is good to have, of course. You know, even on the 15-inch, and you've got a nice large trackpad. Feels nice and smooth. Now it doesn't look as if it's going to do much way of fingerprints, and I'm sure if you had the previous generation, you'll know that it doesn't seem to. Whether the back does, I'm not sure. Once you've taken that plastic film off, it may do. And let's have a quick look underneath. We've got 2 speaker grills. That's it. I don't see any intakes or out vents. Let's have a look. Is it in the hinge? There you go. Yeah. So it probably has an intake one side and an outtake the other, I suspect. But it's quite well hidden. It's hard to see initially. So that gives it a nice clean look. I do like that. The power button doubles as a fingerprint reader, which is nice. This is good. I mean, a lot of them do have them on the touchpad, but you know, having on the power button like the Dell XPS 13, that is a nice touch. Now, no, unfortunately, no juice in it at all. So let's take a look at its ports. So on the right hand side we have a micro SD card slot, headphone combo jack, headphone microphone combo jack there, 2 super speed USB 3 ports, and a Kensington lock, the power cord connector, a third USB port, an HDMI, and the USB-C port with Thunderbolt support as well, and of course display port functionality. But it does look pretty clean. So my scales say 2.7 pounds, but they do weigh a little bit heavier. Now in comparison, here's the the Asus. Here is the Asus Flip 14 3.5. What a difference there. Because its width, 14 inches or 36 centimeters. That's its length, sorry. And its width, about 9 inches or 23 centimeters. And its thickness, looks like half an inch thick, isn't it? Yeah, about 15 millimeters. The screen, it's a 1080p screen, full HD screen, 60 Hz IPS. So hopefully that should be quite nice. But as I say, it's not meant to be a gaming machine, but the fact that you got that Thunderbolt port does give that extra bit of flexibility. So we'll have a quick look to see in terms of comparison and size too. This is the Asus ZenBook Flip 14. Of course, it's longer. Width-wise, it's about the same, and thickness is pretty much the same. So it's amazing that it's so much lighter. All right, so stay tuned for my full review. Please put down in the comments what you'd like to see. I plan to actually put it through the full gamut of my own testing. I'll measure the the performance of the CPU, see if it throttles this time like a lot of the other thin and light ones seem to do. But this is a 15-inch one, so it should be okay. I'll test out on the external graphics amplifier here from Aorus, and I'll test the battery life. I mean, it's portable, perfect to slip in your bag, and I do quite like it. So anyway, thanks again. Bye.